protocol when a sender doesn't know the destination MAC address, ARP just help the sender to get the destination MAC address just by using the destination MAC address as FFF.
FF
So
default,
that
yeah.
when the other end host receives that, at layer 2 check will get passed and they go and verify whether the layer 3 address is same or not. Layer 3 address is same, they'll accept the packet, otherwise they'll just discard it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what happens if it is a switch? So let's switch back to the real time, and
Mm-hmm.
just I will delete. If you want to delete this,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I have barely used the Cisco packet tracer. I will be using the GNS3 most of the time.
Yes.
Yeah, it is why, because like it is
Yeah.
just a
I think.
simulator.
Yeah. If you want to delete, click on the X with the arrow
But where is that X?
on the top. On the top. On the top. Underneath the printer, you see the X arrow there.
Oh,
Printer. Printer. Upstairs. Upstairs. You see the printer?
okay, yeah.
Yeah. Come down. Down. One. And then next to it, arrow. No. Next to it. Left. Yeah. That's it. That's
Okay,
it. Click.
okay. They have changed it. Actually, before
Yeah.
it
And
will
now
be
you
here.
can click on the PC with that X,
Yeah,
and
got
then
it,
you
got
can
it, got it.
delete, and then you
Yeah.
delete. Yeah.
Okay. So it's good that you are practicing in this. See, we haven't seen this amber signal in hub, right? But
Yes.
when we have connected the cable on the switch,
Yes.
it is not green like how we are seeing in the PC. It is
Yes.
amber on the switch. That means the switch port is not ready to start forwarding the data on that particular
Data.
link,
Okay. Okay.
because what is happening here is actually they are processing a spanning tree protocol on the every link. See,
Okay.
it will approximately take a minute to complete that process,
Okay.
approximately 50 seconds. So now
Okay.
it is up. We'll learn more about the spanning tree protocols once we started with the switch. Now just
Yes.
we are learning how the switch behaves and what is their functionalities.
Yes.
So in switch, okay, before getting into this, okay, this is switch and this is PCA, PCB, PCC, and I have three ports.
Okay.
AAA with IP address 10.0.0.0.1, the subnet /8, BBBB slash
CCC.
/3.
Yeah.
Okay. So in this case, let me just name this port as 1,
Mm-hmm.
this is 2, and this
Mm-hmm.
port is 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now PCA want to send data to C. So in this case, in switch, actually what happens is, okay, uh, how the data structure looks like. Initially, A doesn't know what is the MAC address of C. So the
Mm-hmm.
destination IP address will be known already, 003,
Mm-hmm.
and source IP will be
Source
10.0.0.1.
one. Mm-hmm.
Destination MAC address will be FFF.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Source MAC address will be AAA,
Yeah.
and the data.
Yes.
So we have hub is not intelligent, switch is intelligent,
Mm-hmm.
right? It does not mean that switch always do like point to point data transfer. Okay,
Okay.
in some cases even switch does a broadcast. Okay, but there are certain conditions. Which are they means when okay, switch is a layer 2 device in OSC layer. When we have studied why it is a layer 2 device means the communication happening through switch is using the MAC protocol. Switch
Okay.
by default, they know what is the MAC, and they have the capacity of learning those MAC address, like on which port which MAC is connected, basically. Okay, and
Okay.
how they are learning is there is a memory called ASIC, American
ASIC.
Standard Information Code. Okay, ASIC,
ASIC.
yes, memory chip. There is a memory chip that the switch has.
So
Okay,
American what? American Standard
information code.
Information Code. Put it on the top for me, please. Yeah?
Okay,
Just in case if I forget, then I know what it stands for.
American Standard Information
Information
Code.
Code. Okay.
Yes. So
Fantastic.
6 years back that I have learned all this nuts and bolts.
Sorry?
It was a 6 years back that I have learned all this.
6 years and it's still in your head. Oh my god. This guy,
Yeah.
you're like you're like Terminator, man. Everything is in your memory chip.
Yes, I don't have
six
ASIC. Okay.
years. Oh my god. 6 years.
Yeah, because
Oh
I
my god.
haven't touched switching. Why? Because my day-to-day routine is everything on the routing based.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So let's say like using this memory only, it is actually learning. Like whatever it learns, it keep everything in that memory chip so that it can do that. It can send the data. It can receive the data to that particular person, or that means to the particular end host. Let's say that now this data is being sent towards the switch. Now the first question: how a switch learn the MAC address?
Hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
switch only learn a MAC address through, okay, whenever a data it is coming towards the switch, towards
Uh-huh.
the switch port.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so
Switch
this
has got
data,
its own. Its Switch has got its own Mac table, and that's
exactly,
how he
exactly.
learns it and then puts it on there for
It
next
has a
time.
MAC table, but how he is learning that MAC address? Just having the table, it cannot learn it, right? There should be some process, right?
Okay.
Okay, so this guy is trying to communicate with C, but using the he don't know the destination MAC address. So what he's
Mac address.
doing?
So
He's
he's
just
using the
initiating the
FFS.
ARP request.
Right.
This process
So
is
it
called
was
ARP request.
okay. So it's using the same app request just like in the hub.
Yes, right. That
But
process does not
hub
change.
cannot learn. So hub cannot learn. So then it will basically send it to everybody, flood it to everybody, except
Right.
the
So
main
in this
system.
case, when this payload hit at port number one, at first, switch is going to check, okay, what is the source MAC address put in place? Okay,
Yes,
so
which
it
is
is
AAA.
AAA. So in MAC
Yes,
address table, okay, it will just map the port one and what MAC address is connected. AAA is a MAC address which is
AAA.
connected, and how
Okay.
it learns a dynamic, right?
Dynamically. Okay.
Dynamically, right? We haven't told it. He automatically learning it.
By himself.
Yes, right. So in this case, um, switch will see after learning the source MAC address what is the destination MAC address. It is FFF.
Hmm.
So switch know FFF is a broadcast MAC address.
MAC
It is not
address,
a
which is the
unicast
standard.
MAC address.
Right.
So it will be just sending out to all the ports. It is not going to send it to any one particular guy. Since
Device.
it,
Okay.
yeah, switch no, it is a broadcast MAC address, so it is going to send it to everybody.
Everybody. Okay. But if you have your own unique MAC address, then it will send it to the specific person that
No,
you want to communicate with.
again, there is a condition. Okay, I'm coming to that. Wait. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
in this case, what we do, it will check the layer 2 address, which is FFF. So it pass. Why? Because it is a unique generic one. Everyone
Mm-hmm.
should agree for that. Then it will
Mm-hmm.
check the layer 3 address, which is 10.0.0.3. But it is
Yes.
not passing at layer 3. It will discard at layer 3.
Yes.
So in PC3, layer 2 passes, even layer 3 passes. Now
Mm-hmm.
it's job for layer 3 to acknowledge back. So here the destination MAC address will be 10.0.0.1.
One,
The source MAC address will be
3,
10.0.0.3. Destination MAC address will be
A,
source MAC address will be
C, C, C,
and the acknowledged data.
acknowledge data. Yeah.
Switch didn't learn anything whenever the frames are leaving from the switch, right? Why I'm referring frame? Because we are talking at layer 2 at the OSI layer, right? We are dealing with the MAC address. So what is the PDU for data link layer? It is frames. The PDU for hello?
Yeah.
Okay. So PDU for network layer IP is packets. The PDU for
Packets.
transport layer. If it is by TCP, it is segments. If it is by UDP, datagrams, right?
Datagrams. Yeah. Yes.
So switch only learns the MAC address when the frames are coming towards the switch. So
Okay.
switch doesn't do anything with the frame which are leaving away from the switch. So
Right.
it didn't do anything with this frame. It didn't learn anything. When this
Mm.
guy is sending the
Mm.
acknowledgement back to the switch on the port 3. Now at
Mm-hmm.
port 3, first what switch does is he learn, okay, who is this source MAC? Okay, it is
Coming from, yes.
CCC. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so it map the port ID is 3 and what is the MAC address is CCC.
C, C, C. Okay.
Now it check the destination MAC address who he is trying to forward is
Two.
AAA.
A. Mm-hmm.
Then it will check it is a unique MAC address. It is not the broadcast MAC address.
Mm.
So it will check its MAC address table whether it has any entries for AAA. Yes, it has entries,
Yes.
right? So
Mm-hmm.
in this case, he directly going to forward this data to port number
Two,
1.
one.
It
Okay.
is not going to broadcast it this time.
Two, two, two. Because now it has a unicast address.
Yes. Okay, so the initial when PC A to C it was broadcast. Why? Because it was a ARP request. The destination MAC address was FFF. Switch knows that it is a broadcast address, so it broadcasted to everyone. When PCC is replying back to A with a unicast destination MAC address, Switch
Mm-hmm.
know where it connected because already it learned about it previously. So it
Mm-hmm.
is now unicasting it.
Right.
Okay. In this case, okay, what if switch doesn't know where the triple A is connected? Since this PCC is sending a reply with unicast MAC address, but there are no entries in the switch MAC address table for AAAA,
Mm-hmm.
right? It is a
Mm-hmm.
tricky one. So since
Mm.
switch doesn't know where AAA is connected, again he's going to broadcast it to everybody.
Oh,
Hey,
to
is
find
anybody
out which one
there?
has it.
Yeah,
Is
is
anybody
anybody?
that has this
Yeah,
MAC address? Okay.
AAA. Yes. So this guy again will reject it at the layer 2 perspective. So obviously it will not go for layer 3. So in this
Yeah.
case, layer 2 passes and layer 3 as well pass. That's it.
Process. So
But
it
switch is
what
not.
you just said,
Mm-hmm.
what you just said,
Yeah.
in the likely event of the switch not having the MAC table is when this happens, yes, where it would
Yes.
broadcast it to everybody.
Yes.
Yes.
There are two
But how come?
conditions.
The question is, how come that can happen where it doesn't have the MAC table to actually what you call this?
Okay,
Notes it
let's say
down.
that there
One,
is
two.
okay. So there is a timer, okay, for every MAC entry in switch or Cisco native switches. They have the timer called 300 seconds, absolutely
Okay.
500 5 minutes, right?
Okay.
So the it may be differ for the PCs who have the Microsoft Windows or Linux for Red Hat or Red Hat. Again, there are different flavors for Linux, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it completely differs. The ARP cache memory, the whole timer differs every vendor. So for
Right.
Cisco, it is 5 minutes.
Five minutes. Okay.
So let's say that the reply is coming at the 6th minute. At that time, already the switch erased this MAC entry because already
Mm-hmm.
the 300 second is already over after
Well,
learning AAA, right?
triple A.
So
Yes.
there is
Yes.
it is not in that MAC entry anymore.
Anymore. Okay.
Yeah. So in that case, switch forgot about AAA and it doesn't know where it connected, so it will broadcast to everybody.
Okay.
So the question is like when a broadcast can happen. Okay. So there are two conditions. One is when a destination MAC address address is FFF, right? It's
Yeah.
broadcast.
Broadcast. Okay.
Broadcast means FFFF.
FFF.
That is
Okay.
a broadcast MAC address. Two, when the destination, sorry, destination unicast MAC address is not present at switch MAC address table.
Table.
Makes sense?
Okay.
Is there anything in your mind which is unclear?
Destination unique customer address is not present at the switch MAC address table. Okay. And it will send to everybody else. Yes.
Yeah?
Okay. Yes.
Okay, great. So now, John, you have to tell me what
So my
happened.
go ahead. Yeah.
Yes, 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 please go ahead.
So my question is the word broadcast,
Mm-hmm.
mm, apart from in the switch layer 2 section,
Mm-hmm.
apart from it being FFF, what
Yeah.
does the actual word broadcast, what does it mean? How did we get
Okay.
broadcast?
Okay. It is a good question, actually. Yeah. Let me tell you what it is. Okay, there are different types that we can communicate with our receivers, okay, or the
Yeah.
destination. One
Yes.
is unicast, two is
Broadcast,
multicast, and
multicast,
three
broadcast.
is broadcast.
Okay.
Unicast is, let's say that you have my WhatsApp number and I have your WhatsApp number. You can
Okay.
just ping me on WhatsApp and we are communicating one to
Straight
one,
away.
right? Let's say that you have hundreds of contact in your mobile and all the 100 contacts they have the WhatsApp, but
Yes.
you're not apart from that sorry, among that 100 you're just talking to me, just one person, right?
Yes.
It is one to one communication.
One to
So
one, so I can see your DP and everything because I have your number.
yes, it is. So one to one is unicast.
Yes.
So what is multicast? Let's say that like you have created, you are planning for a vacation for this weekend with your friends around 5 to 6 members.
Uh-huh.
You'll be creating a WhatsApp group and you'll
Uh-huh.
communicate everything through that group. So whatever you put the message, it will go
Uh-huh.
for only that 5 to 6 people, not
People
the whole
also.
100 people.
Okay,
Uh,
multicast. Okay, multiple
right?
people. Okay, yes.
One to many people, right?
Many people. Okay.
So let's say that you haven't blocked anybody in your status privacy while putting status in your WhatsApp. Okay,
Uh-huh.
this status will be visible for everybody.
Everybody.
So
Okay.
basically, what you're doing, you're broadcasting your message to everyone,
Everyone. Okay.
one to all.
Okay.
Okay, so this is just an example. Don't think of WhatsApp. Basically, how
Okay.
we are communicating. If
Yes. How we
once,
communicating? Yes.
yeah, if it is one to one, it is unicast, and if it is
Yes.
one to many, it is multicast,
Yes.
and if I'm sending one to everyone, it
Everyone
is a
is
broadcast.
broadcast. Okay. Okay. In
Okay.
a networking sense. Yes.
Exactly. So broadcast, what I refer in this switch is something like I'm sending out to everyone. That is a
Everyone.
broadcast.
Yes.
Switch when switch broadcast. Okay. Whether how
Okay.
broadcast or unicast or it always broadcast. You
It's
understand the
broadcast.
meaning now?
So okay. 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 Okay.
Okay, John, it's now your turn. You need to tell me like what process happened when I'm going to communicate from C to A.
C to A.
Yeah, and let me give you the MAC address entry, the port, and the MAC address here, and the port already which learned is 111 uh, AAA, and 2 BBB. This is my entry in my switch MAC address table have this information. So what
Okay.
happens when you're trying to communicate from C to A?
Okay. So it will
First, what
send
happens?
so first it will send uh the port number.
Port number?
So you got port number and MAC address. Yes.
It is not a port number, right?
Oh, it's just okay. Port MAC address. Okay.
It is a MAC address. It is not a port.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Uh,
So it will start with what do you call it? The
Destination IP.
destination IP,
Yeah.
which is gonna be 10.0.0.1, and then um
Source IP. And then
okay.
destination MAC would
So
be,
it's ten
let's
ten dot
assume
one dot
that
one, and then the three, and that will be a BBB, and then AAA. Yes,
see, I'm
from you.
communicating from C to A.
Oh, from C to A. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it will be CCC.
Okay.
Yes.
Destination will be first, right?
Yeah. Destination. So
However, it is. Yeah.
destination will be AAA.
Okay. Let's say assume that C already know about the destination, which is AAA. Okay. I'm not putting FFFF here.
Yes.
Okay.
So
And the ACK. Sorry, data.
uh, data acknowledgement. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are initiating the communication. Let me just okay. So in this case, okay, once this has been generated, this will go and hit the port number 3 on the
Port number
switch.
three. Yeah.
Yeah. What happens now?
So port number three will now basically check at layer two if the
Here, there is
destination
no check happen. It only learn what is the source MAC address from
which
this
is
data, from
yes
this frame
okay
actually, not data.
frame. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what is the source MAC address? It is
So that's
CCC.
CCC. Yeah.
On which port it
And
is?
on port number one, is it? We're sending to.
On port number 3, it is learning, right?
Yes.
So it will record that CCC is connected on port number 3, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now what it does? Once it learned the source MAC address, then it see what is the destination MAC address,
MAC address.
which is AAA.
AAA.
Right now, it check the MAC address table if AAA is already present or not. If it is,
Okay.
yeah, so it is present here. So
Yes.
it will be unicasting this message to
To
port A through port
A.
1.
Okay.
Okay. If it is not present, then this
And
will
it will
be
use FFF
broadcasted.
to broadcast it. Yeah.
No, no, no. It will not send FFFF. Okay. This will not be changed by switch.
By
Switch
switch, okay. It
switch
will
does
stick
not
the same,
have.
but it would broadcast to find
Yes.
which destination has that what do you call it, MAC address.
Yes, when the MAC address is not found on the switch MAC address cable, it will not
Then
do
use
anything with
this.
the data. It will just broadcast to
Yes.
everyone.
Broadcast it. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
So that is what I have told you. These are the
Yes.
devices just in the path. They are not actually originating or terminating any data. They
Any
are
data.
just
Yes.
transmitting and receiving the data just to
Data.
facilitate the end users,
End user. Okay.
right? So it will
Yes.
see accordingly, it will just route the packets, route the frames.
Yes.
Okay, so did you understand how switch functions and how hub
Mhm.
functions?
Yes. Yes.
Great. So actually in switch there are two different types. One is like a layer 2 switch, and there is also something called a layer 3 switch. What it means, like, the layer 2 switch only know about a MAC protocol, but layer 3 switch it know about both MAC and IP protocol. Here
IP
MAC
addresses. Okay.
only. Here yaadi
MAC and
dulunga
IP.
undare.
You okay?
Just talking here.
Sorry?
No, I was talking here.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay, okay. So it know about both MAC and IP protocol.
IP
So,
protocol.
and also there is one more
When you
classification that,
when you say IP protocol, as in the IP address or just internet
yes,
protocol?
no,
Okay.
both are same. Both are same.
Both are same. Okay.
Yes, and also there is something like two things. One is manageable manageable switch
Switch. Okay. And
and
non-manageable.
unmanageable switch, or non, whatever it is, non-manageable. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, non-manageable switch.
So
Okay.
at the moment, from hub, which is
Mm.
not intelligent at all, because it can't
Yes.
learn anything. When we
Yes.
come to layer two,
Hmm.
then is a bit intelligent because it can learn about MAC
It is not about
addresses.
the layer
Yes.
2, it is about the switch.
The switch, yes.
Yes.
So that switch is a bit intelligent of learning about MAC addresses.
Yeah.
When we go to layer 3 switches, now is more intelligent. Now it can find out the MAC address and the IP address. Yes.
John, it is not only, like, we cannot say it is more intelligent. It
Okay.
know only MAC protocol, it just know MAC and IP protocol.
Okay.
Uh, okay, we can only say that hub don't learn anything. Switch
Anything, yes.
learns something about MAC protocol.
Something. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
So you cannot give a grade 1, grade 2, grade 3 for these guys.
Yeah,
Okay.
but after
Uh,
after switch, then we have the what you call it,
Routers.
the yeah. Then we have routers. The Hulk, the Hulk. He's more stronger and more.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We can give the ranking. Not a problem. Okay. Okay. So back to class. It is manageable switch and non-manageable switch. That means, like,
Mhm.
the name itself, like, you are able to manage the switch. You are not able to manage the switch. Okay. It does not. Okay. That means once you have, let's say that you got the 100 switches at your location, each going to one location somewhere, some part of the world,
Mhm.
where you are maintaining that network. Let's say that okay, one switch is at New Jersey, one is at New York, one is at like London, at some places.
Mhm.
After delivering all the switch, after doing configuration, you delivered all the switches to their respective places, and after 2 days, you realize that you need to perform one more change on the configuration for these
Mhm.
switches.
Mhm.
So if you want to travel and you need to do the changes, that switches are considered as a non-manageable switch. And if you can do that configuration from your the place where you are now, you don't want to travel just for the configuration changes, then it is called as a manageable switch. So how we can classify that? Okay. So these switches, switch itself by name itself. Commonly, it is a layer 2 device. It understands only MAC protocol. If I say it is a layer 3 switch, then only you can think, okay, this switch also know about IP protocol, right? So this
Right.
manage whatever I mentioned, the manageable switch, there they are giving you an option to create an interface called a loop back interface.
Loop back interface.
Okay, it is a virtual interface. You cannot see it physically. It is somewhere on that CPU. You can put an IP address on this interface. Using that IP address, you can call that switch and you can start doing that configuration. Something like if you want to speak to me, you can dial to my number so that I can be in phone and I can speak with you, right? Something
Mhm.
like that. Once you can use this IP address to get touch, like you can get into that switch and you can start do configuration remotely.
Okay.
If it is non-manageable switch, then there is no option of creating this loopback interfaces.
Okay.
Okay. Sometimes also you'll see interface VLAN. Even this interfaces are like virtual one. These are not the physical one. Uh,
Physical one. Okay.
yeah. Right. So if you're able to create a loopback interfaces, then you can blindly say that that in switch is a manageable switch, and if you're not able to do that, then it is a non-manageable switch.
Uh, so most of our routers in our houses, which is two or three or four in one, okay,
Yeah.
those are all manageable ones, yes.
Ye- uh, it is not
Once we have
always they should be
once
manageable. Okay. Most of the
because
times,
most of them are already pre-configured before they send to you, isn't it? So it's manageable ones, isn't it?
uh, most of the time, you'll see layer 3 switches or 99%, 100% they are manageable. Okay.
Okay.
Because they understand what is IP protocol. So obviously we can configure IP protocol in that interfaces.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in some cases, layer 2 switches, few layer 2 switches, uh, or comes under manageable, but most of them comes under non-manageable.
Non-manageable. Okay.
Why? Because like uh, it is everything under under the price and the
Yes, yes,
specification.
yes, yes.
Yes. Okay, that's it.
Okay.
So okay, that's it. How the switch functions? What is the classifications? Before getting into the switch, actually, I just wanted to tell you actually there is something called iOS, Inter Operating System. It is not the iOS what we have in iPhones or that one. It
Mhm.
is a Cisco native software like
Okay.
Microsoft Windows and a Linux
Okay.
operating system, something like that. Using this operating system where the Cisco routers and the switches they function. Okay,
So
okay.
inter operating system. Yes.
Native soft
System.
internet working operating system.
Internet.
Internet working operating system.
That's what the ISO stands for. Hello? Hello?
iOS.
Can you hear me? Hello?
iOS, not ISO. iOS.
Hello? I can't hear you properly. Hello?
Bro, we can't hear your voice clearly. It's breaking.
Oh, okay. Now it's okay. So you said iOS stands for interworking operating system, yes?
Hello?
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 Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I can't hear Tangadurai's voice.
You can't hear the words.
No, no, no.
International standard of
I can't hear Tangadurai's voice. His voice is breaking.
My voice is breaking?
No, no, no. Your voice is clear.
Oh, okay. I was asking about the iOS. If you can write it on the top for me, what it stands for. Interworking operating system, you said, yes?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm
Hello?
audible. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Hello? Can you
No,
hear me?
I'm audible.
Yes.
Bro, can you hear me, bro?
Hello. Bro, கேக்குதா bro?
கேக்குது bro. Voice break ஆகுது actually.
Hello. Hello.
Hello?
John.
Yeah, hello.
Bro, கேக்குதா bro? Hey
கேக்குது bro.
John, am I audible now? Okay, great. But you're, uh, yeah, you can. Is it proper now? John, give me a minute. Let me reconnect. I think there is a issue on
Okay,
my line, maybe.
no problem. Okay.
John, I am audible now.
Okay.
Okay, is it clear?
Yes, it's clear.
Okay, sorry. Okay,
No
so the
problem.
iOS is the Internet Networking Operating System. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, okay, so this is
And it's
what the
a
software
Cisco
which is
network.
running on
Cisco network.
exactly
Yeah.
Cisco native software it is, and the Cisco proprietary it is.
Mm.
The same. This is software which runs on both switches and the routers, but their baseline may be changing as their features and the functionality changes.
Okay.
So, different memories that we need to talk here. One is flash memory. One is uh, let me start from RAM and VRAM. and flash.
So ROM, RAM,
These are the
NVRAM,
different memories
flash.
that we need to. Yeah. Hope you're a bit familiar with these terms, I hope.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. ROM.
NVRAM,
Okay. Basically, it is
NVRAM,
a read-only memory. Yes, right. So what
NVRAM
happens
is
is
the one
like,
important.
yes, if it is a switch or router, you just consider which has the ports with beautiful Cisco icon here. Okay. Okay. And let's say that once it boots up, the first process, what it will happen? It will just read. Uh, there will be a piece of information in the ROM. Like first, initially, what happens is like post operation happens. Power on self test. Okay. So let's say that if a laptop need to run smoothly, if need to work properly, what are the things primarily that I required? Might be that laptop have like 1 TB of graphics card and 32 GB of RAM and 2 TB of hard disk. So many things are there. But if it want to at least function, it need to turn on. What are the things that I need? Basic, the RAM should be working fine. Not all the 32 GB. At least
Mhm,
like the minimum specification will be there, right?
mhm,
If there are
mhm,
4 slots, like I have like 444, like 16 GB memory in total. Let's say that
mhm,
316 GB RAM memory or failed. If one is still running, is also enough for me to run the laptop.
mhm.
Okay, at least it will check all these hardwares, whether the hard disk
Mhm.
is running properly, whether CPU is working properly, whether the
The
fan working
software,
properly. Yeah, if the speaker is not working properly, it does not impact, the
the
uh,
software, yeah.
yes. So these are the things it will check all the primary necessary hardwares are functioning good or not.
Not
Okay,
okay.
once this power on self test is done, then it starts boot. How it boots? There is the ROM memory contains a small piece of code. It will tell where you need to find the iOS image and how you need to boot up. Okay,
Mhm.
so your iOS image will be always placed in,
NVRAM,
sorry, not NVRAM, flash memory.
flash.
Okay, so this ROM, what it will do, it will use the iOS image in the flash memory to boot up that router. Okay.
Okay.
Once the router is boot up, okay. Uh, Now, okay. Once Windows is open, you can see the nice wallpaper and my
Mhm,
computer,
mhm,
all these things, right? So you haven't created the my computer, you haven't created that local disk C, it is by default.
mhm,
So like that, there will be a default configuration will be present in that box. Or let's say that you have changed and you have added some more configuration and you have powered off the switch. Okay, even that configuration before powering off, you have stored somewhere. Okay, so that configuration will be placed here, the NVRAM.
mm.
Okay, and that configuration is called as a startup configuration.
Okay.
Once the switch or the router boots up, this startup configuration will be copied to where means it is a RAM, which is also a DRAM. Okay,
Mm.
so basically, like if you open your laptop and if you open the notepad, whatever you type, everything it will be there until you power off that. Before saving, if the PC got turned off, it will not be there once you turn on, right? That is how
Mm.
we have learned in past. But nowadays we are getting advanced systems. They are holding everything in some piece of memories.
Bro,
So
the
yes,
meeting will
Abdul.
be
So
the meeting will
from
be end in 5 minutes. Do you want another shot? Do you want another link further, or you can close this?
Yes, exactly. I need another half an hour at least.
Okay, okay, okay. I will schedule that.
Okay.
so from my understanding,
Okay.
When you power on, which is post power on self-test, which happens
Yes.
on the ROM, yes? Which is the
No,
read-only
it
side.
will not happen. It is a separate thing actually. Power on self
Okay,
test.
separating. Okay.
Okay. Once it is successful, then it will come to the ROM.
The
It
ROM.
will using that piece of code. It will boot up the image from the actually the flash memory
Flash.
contains the iOS image.
The
Okay.
iOS image, yes.
Yeah, using that iOS image, the read-only memory just boots up that router. Once router is booted up, then
It goes
the
straight to
NVRAM
the RAM.
contains the startup configuration. Okay,
Configuration.
or yeah, that startup configuration will be copied and they will be executed in the RAM.
RAM. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so
Mm.
when it is running on the RAM, that configuration is called running configuration. So Abdul, how many minutes left? Abdul? Okay, John. So actually, the configuration in NVRAM is startup configuration, and the
Okay.
configuration in RAM is running configuration, right? So whatever the running configuration it is,
Your
let's
line
say
is
that you
breaking.
add some configuration to the running.
Your line is breaking. I
Is
can't
it okay,
hear
John?
what.
So is
Hello?
it proper now?
Hello?
Hello, is it proper now? Hello.
Your line is breaking. I can't hear anything. Hello?
It's the issue in my network. Then is it proper now?
No, it's not. It's breaking. I can't hear anything.
John, then fine. I think we'll continue tomorrow. I don't know. Freaky.
Hello?
Hello. Proper now,
I can't hear anything.
John.
Hello?
John, we can continue in the next week. I will share you the link in the WhatsApp. Please wait.
Okay.
I
Can you
think
hear me?
I think there's a I think your voice is not hearing well. Your voice is breaking, bro.
Okay.
Is it proper now?
Hello?
Is it proper
Let
now?
let me schedule and tell you. Please wait.
Hello? 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 Can you hear me? Abdul? Time?
Okay. Okay, bro. Okay, no issue. Okay, bro.